Charlie is a shy, introverted, and socially awkward teenager who loves to listen to music, read books, and write. His only and best friend Michael has just killed himself, leaving Charlie to navigate the horrors and atrocities of high school all by himself. In this whirlwind of a book, readers are taken through the exciting and intricate mind of an adolescent boy, inviting us to discover important topics. Hey Steven, I'm here with Vogue to ask you 40 questions on your best-selling novel, Perks of Being a Wallflower. May I come in?
Come right in.
So for our first question, what was your inspiration for The Perks of Being a Wallflower?
Actually, I would say my own high school experiences because I see the world the way Charlie does. It was through writing this book that I figured out I share so many of the same thoughts and feelings that Charlie does. This idea started in high school. I was writing a different type of book, and I wrote, that's just one of the perks of being a wallflower. And then I thought to myself, that was the person I was trying to find, that kid in that sentence. So I dropped that book. It's gone. It never happened, actually. But this book happened, and 5 years later, I wrote it, and here we are today.
Very good.
Thank you.
So, what is the definition of a wallflower?
According to one of the dictionaries, a wallflower is someone who, from shyness or unpopularity, remains on the sidelines of a social activity.
So, Steven, were you a wallflower in high school?
Yes, I was.
And how long did it take you to write this novel?
2 years, I believe.
What form did you choose to write the book in?
I chose to write the book through a series of letters that Charlie writes to an anonymous recipient. He calls the guy dear friend because he doesn't have any.
And why is that?
Well, I figured out that it's the most intimate way to talk directly to the readers.
What inspired you to really write the book in the form of journal entries?
The idea actually came to me in my senior year of high school. I wrote an anonymous letter to Stuart Stern about how much Rebel Without a Cause had influenced me. A year and a half later, he wrote back, became my mentor, just like that.
Very good. Your book has shown to be extremely relatable.
Yes.
Why do you think this is?
My guess is that the narrator is a modern-day teenager, and by doing this, by creating him and making him the narrator, I feel like the emotion is so raw and unfiltered.
Very good. In what year is this book set?
Actually, in the mid-1990s.
What are the main themes featured in the book, The Perks of Being a Wallflower?
I'd say there's actually quite a few important ones.
Okay, why don't you go sit down and tell the themes to us?
Okay. Focusing on the main ones, I'd say, love and friendship, drugs, sexual abuse, depression, mental health, and suicide.
Okay, and why did you mainly focus on the topic of mental illness in your novel?
I wrote this novel to help people and to make them realize that they're not alone.
Do you receive any type of fan mail?
I do, actually, because there's so many young people that want to reach out and connect with Charlie. I receive emails and phone calls and text messages and tweets from teenagers who have everyday problems or emotional crises. You name the problem, I've had the email.
So, have you heard back from any of these people on their recoveries?
I have, actually. It all starts with just understanding that you're not alone.
Do you have any tips for youth on how to cope with mental illness?
I actually do, because I found that there's 5 steps. I'd say the first step is to understand that you're not alone. The second step is to reach out to someone that could help you, someone close, your families or your friends. The third step is to seek professional help and start the self-healing process. The fourth step is to realize that maybe years of healing might feel like it's not actually helping, but it is. Because that step is realizing that you are helping yourself and you're getting through that. The fifth and final step is to celebrate once you finally attain your goal.
Would you say that you have learned anything from your readers?
I would actually, because I was a very troubled young man and I was just trying to find a way to make my life make sense again. The exercise of actually writing The Perks of Being a Wallflower was my answer. I knew that from the moment that I published it and began getting thanked for understanding people. What I say back to them is, I understood you. So that means that you understood me and you validated my experiences and my point of view as much as I have validated yours, if not more. And what I've realized by the sheer number of people who've reached out and all the various problems they've had is how much people actually have in common and how no one is actually alone.
Who are the main characters of the book?
Sam, Patrick, and Charlie.
And can you please describe them for me?
Yeah, Patrick is gay and outgoing and unspoken and flamboyant. Sam is wild yet timid and brilliant. Charlie is socially awkward and anxious. He's a wallflower.
And are these characters based on real people?
They are, loosely, yeah. They're manifestations of people that I've known throughout my entire life.
Did Patrick actually exist?
Well, no, but Patrick represented all of the kids I knew were gay and were trying to find themselves and their identities.
And Sam?
Sam represented all the girls that had confided in me throughout the years.
Do you think that the characters being based on real people added depth to their personalities?
Oh, definitely.
Is the story in any way related to your own life?
It is. Parts of Charlie are based on my experiences, parts are just fictional.
So, do you see the world the way Charlie does?
I do, actually, yeah.
Is there any particular meaning behind the famous quote, "People accept the love they think that they deserve," from your book?
Yeah, I was going through a pretty difficult breakup of my own, and I asked myself, why do good people let themselves get treated so badly?
Does this quote just relate to romantic love?
No, it also represents and references self-love and encompassing one's life and hope for the future.
How many copies of The Perks of Being a Wallflower have sold?
Well, as of 2013, 2 million copies have sold worldwide.
Has your book won any awards?
Well, obviously. It was on the New York Times best-selling list for a year, and it won the best book for young adults in 2000.
And is your book just printed in English?
Nope, it's in 31 countries, so readers across the world can experience it.
How have readers responded to your book?
They actually gathered a cult following.
A cult following, hey?
Yes. Hey, would you look at that? The espresso machine's out. Grab a quick cup of joe.
So, how do you take your coffee?
Well, medium roast, extra hot, no foam, half soy milk, half coconut milk, a little bit of almond milk if I'm feeling crazy, an eighth a teaspoon of Splenda, and half a cup of maple syrup.
That's right. Would you ever try coffee iced?
Of course not.
Have you always wanted to be a writer?
Yes, ever since I was 12.
So that explains why Charlie's dream is to be a writer.
Exactly.
In your book, Charlie receives a suit from Patrick because all the great writers used to wear suits all the time. Is that why you're wearing one right now?
Well, of course.
Have you ever wanted for your book to become virtual?
That is exactly why I wrote and produced and directed the award-winning movie.
Are those clips that we're seeing from your movie?
Of course they are. Let's head on outside.
Could you please do a reenactment of your famous tunnel scene from the movie?
Guess if I must, follow me to my truck.
Why should everyone read your book?
Well, why the hell not? It's a literary masterpiece.
The Perks of Being a Wallflower is the most obvious choice for a book club because it covers so many important themes and through powerful characterization opens up your mind to the struggles of others. Charlie's beloved English teacher Bill says it best. He said it was the kind of book you made your own.